Okay everybody, stay to the end. There's lots of bits to get through, but I'm going to make this as short as I can, okay? Right, hello Zenfam. Here we go. So, this video is supposed to be the video that will hopefully go viral, where we as a community will send a message to the games industry. We want you to do better, and this is how you can do better. This is how you can maintain our custom and continue to sell games, be profitable, and well, just continue to actually exist. Okay? Right. Now, I myself, I have been collecting from the last video and over basically years of watching gaming stuff in the gaming sphere. Reading comments on Facebook, on Twitter, on Blue Sky, in forums, when forums used to be a thing, some Reddit conversations obviously, YouTube videos by the plenty, my own comment section, especially the video that made this video. Oh my god, people have so many things to say, and all of it appears to fall on deaf ears, because it's one voice here, one voice there, another voice up there, one voice there. This video is about bringing all the voices together. It seems to be the case that you, the people, want a bunch of things. So I'm going to outline a bunch of the things that we, the people, we the gamers, the customers, the consumers, the people that spend the money want, and we believe that the games industry needs to survive. It's that simple. And then once I've outlined that, I will then give you the tool to help make this video go viral. And once you use this tool, then hopefully the video will go viral, and then the industry will see that this is what the people want, and maybe they'll actually act on a couple of the things. Fingers crossed. Right, okay, so as it stands currently, we all hate the aggressive monetization of everything. Okay? We hate that industry. We really do. It's like you can't just make a video game. You've got to cram like umpteen different types of monetization into it. This puts people off. Similarly, you're trend chasing. This puts people off. You make a game, great, fantastic, you make a game, and you put it in front of a focus group. Everybody in the focus group goes, hey, this really works, that looks good, this works well, this is interesting. And then you go and go, right, so if we take this bit and we monetize it this way, we take this bit, we chop it out and we sell it here, and we take this bit and you chop a game into lots of little bits and you sell it to us. And then if you don't do that, you take the game and you chop it into lots of little bits and you put it behind paywalls of in-game currency that have to be earned in different ways, and then you end up doing lots of little stuff that you don't really care about doing in a game, that's not fun, that's just grindy nonsense to earn one of the millions of different types of in-game currency just to be able to have fun with the game. I mean, yes, grinding and progression have always been a part of video games, but making us perform a couple of super dull tasks just to pad out the playtime of the game so we can get really simple features that we used to just get through games just through playing them is really tiresome. I understand doing that a bit, but not to the extent you have been these last few years, especially in online persistent world games. It's just, you're taking some things that were used to be features and you're turning them into hindrances to play and to fun, and ergo to your customers wanting to buy your product. I mean, it's no good having a thing if nobody wants to play it. And then if nobody wants to play it, then you won't want to support it. And then of course you don't support it, so then you have to fire your devs because you're only concerned about number go up. Okay, then one of the other big things that has come up again and again and again throughout the internet and through the comment section of the video that made this video is the fact that the way that political views and ideology is crammed into video games. Now, it's important that video games have identity and are relatable to the audience. And it's kind of cool when we can have freedom of speech and say things and make stories that are important to human people. And all different kinds of human people, because all different kinds of humans play video games. Every race, colour, creed, and sexuality and sexual identity plays video games. And this is a good thing. I myself have many trans people in my life who I consider to be very special. But you also have to recognise that not everybody can get down with that. It's not great, but that's the world we live in. Not everybody's a big old lefty like me. Some people are some people are more conservative. Some people have electric car companies and throw a Roman salute. Come on, it is like now, I'm kind of in a Captain America place on this one, but there you go. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to sell games to a mass market, then you kind of have to have more mass market appeal. Yes, have those elements in your game. Have a wide selection of the spectrum of humanity in a game, but you don't have to do it in every game, and you don't have to do it in such a way where it's so blatantly obvious. You can have a character in a game like, say, let's say you have a game where you've got 5 main characters, and there's a couple of guys, there's a couple of girls, and let's say there's a asexual alien who's neither male nor female, is probably even just an insect. Okay, let's go there. Let's say that the male character is, one of the male characters is black or Chinese or whatever, and maybe one of the girls might be a lesbian. Fine, that can be in the game. But if you are using that as part of the marketing for the game, that's when I think people start to take issue. It's not so much the fact that there happens to be a black person or a Asian person or a person from any given ethnic community upon our little world. It's the fact that you've used that as a selling point. It's like, look, we have an Asian person. Aren't we progressive? I think that's what people are tired of. Stop using people groups as selling points. Don't go, our game must be fantastic and you must play it because we have a trans person. Have a trans person, but don't make the trans person your selling point. They're people. They're from communities that include humans. And humans are who you're trying to sell to. Yes, have relatability. Yes, have a wide spectrum of people, so then you could tell more interesting, more complex, more in-depth stories. That's a great thing. Story is one of the things a lot of us gamers crave. We crave a good story so that it moves the gamer through. It's not just fun playing a game where you're like, I beat this boss, I walk to this area, I craft this weapon, I beat this boss, I move to this area, I save a town, I beat this boss, I move to it. No, there needs to be a narrative behind it for a lot of us. The narrative is what helps drive a lot of us through video games. So you need to have good writing. And part of writing stories for humans to enjoy is having interesting characters to move the story forward. So with that, that's great. Have all the interesting people you want. Have them from all different kinds of backgrounds. But it's also got to be believable. Which is one of the things that always falls down, because you can't hold people in the industry because you keep firing them. You can't hold on to them, and if you can't hold on to them, then some people leave the industry. And you need people in the industry long term so that they get better and better and better at their jobs. Which means, obviously, that you yourselves, the industry, must not get in the way of your employees wishing to unionize and protect their jobs. So then they don't get fired when you get a little bit of a scare because the game that you put out didn't do as well, even though they did the work. And that's another thing, okay? We normal people here on the ground level, the workers who are also the gamers, who earn our money to pay to buy your games, we ally with the workers of your companies, right? They make the games. They're the useful ones. Your top guys, your CEOs, with their golden parachutes and their gigantic pay packets, what do they actually really technically do? Did they make the game? Did they code that texture? Did they make that AI? Did they create the assets? Did they create the weather systems, the day-night cycle? No, they didn't do any of that. They didn't do anything to make the game the game. For years and years and years, games sold all by them little selves, without the need for gigantic CEOs. But as the companies got bigger, the CEOs came along and demanded larger and larger and larger pay packets. Tell me something. What did Bobby Kotick ever do to sell a game? What did Bobby Kotick ever do to promote a game? You get where I'm going with this, game companies? Yes, okay, somebody has to be in charge. But does somebody have to be in charge where they suck up at least 2/3 of the company revenue? I don't think so. And neither do the rest of us. I mean, I'm not saying we all get Luigi Mangione about it. But you've gone too far. You need to reel that back in. Spend the money on the games and on the devs. And then when the games, and that will make the games more awesome. And when the games are more awesome, we will buy them more. It's really, really that simple. Also, don't you dare go away from physical discs. Some of us out here like to own our stuff. Now, yes, you can go backwards and forwards with like, oh, do you really own games anymore because it's all about the download and blah, 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is, we like to own our games, we like to buy our games, we like to, like trade our games in at shops like CEX to eventually get more games. Also, you're trend chasing all the time, games industry, and it's doing you no good. Because games are so big now and so complex. I mean, a game that came out like 10 years ago had a lot less in it than a game that comes out now. So when you've got a trend and you guys go, oh, look at this trend, we should do what this game is doing. That's a reasonable reaction. But if that game you're making is then going to take you 5 to 6 years to make, in some cases longer, if you're going to take better part of a decade to make a video game, that trend is long gone. I mean, long gone, baby. You need to think long term. Your short term solution grabs are doing nobody any favors. Not you, not us. Okay? Come up with your own damn ideas. Come up with new ideas. You're not Hollywood. You're better than that. You're the games industry. And when you come up with new and original ideas, the people will respond. I mean, look back at that's what made PlayStation so successful back when it first came out. It was all these new ideas coming out everywhere, all these new concepts. And people jumped on that. I did. And look where we are now. PlayStation 5. 30 years of a platform is amazing. And Nintendo has always done this thing of coming up with incredible new ideas. Admittedly, a lot of them get rehashed now, but I mean, before Nintendo, there was no kart racers. I mean, there's racing games. There's been racing games for the longest time, but a kart racer with the way the weapons work and stuff and that. And look how many times that format has been tweaked and moved and mutated. Not just by Nintendo, but by a billion other companies. A billion, okay, that's an exaggeration, but you get my drift. Creativity is where it's at, games companies. And sometimes you sacrifice creativity for other things. Like, we don't need a game that's like 1,000,000 hours long and an impossibly large map if there's nothing to do. If there's gigantic expanses of nothing, then that, generally speaking, doesn't work for us. Now, yes, okay, there are instances where large spans of nothing create atmosphere. I mean, look at the Mad Max game from a few years ago. That was incredible. That was set on a literal desert. But that was part of the journey. That was part of the atmosphere. If you're not creating atmosphere, and you're not using that as part of the device of the gameplay, then it's literally just space to elongate the time it takes to get from one place to another in a video game, thus padding out your game time-wise to make it look on paper like it's a better game, when really it's just a bigger sandbox. Literally. Ah, dear God. It's ridiculous. So, also, one of the things we really want you to do is not every game has to be, as I'm saying, a 1,000 hour epic over a 10 squillion mile map. Smaller experiences are fun too. I mean, we've had so many games from so many little indie companies that are like, have much smaller play areas, smaller experiences, are fun. And a lot of us out here in the real world, we have jobs and families and responsibilities. And it can be, for a lot of gamers, feel like a second job when you have this massive game that you're going to be, that for some gamers, okay, yeah, they'll bash it out in a couple of weeks. We can be there for months playing some of these games because, you know, we might get like 4 or 5, possibly 6 hours to play a week. And then you've got to keep your skill going and all the rest of it. That's why a lot of your online games are failing. Because we only get like so many game hours. If you're trying to play like an online game and you only get like a few hours a week to play, you're not able to build up that skill level to come up against other people who can build up that skill level because they've got more free time. Like kids at school, some students, not all, admittedly some students have to work for a living as well as being a student, but there are people out there who have way more time, and there's professional gamers as well. And it's like, so your average Joe feels less inclined to play these large open world games, the persistent online worlds, because they can't actually do anything, and when they get into the game, they get utterly destroyed. I mean, you've lost touch with the customers. And then when you do touch the customers, you take what they've told you and you twist it into this ugly form that no longer represents what they told you. It's ridiculous. I mean, a lot of us out here like playing Ubisoft games and Ubisoft style games, but they've taken these things and they've twisted them and they've contorted them and they've stretched every aspect out far too far. Anyway, basically read the comment section of the video that created this video. I'll link it in the description, Games Industry. But most of all, just actually read the comment sections of videos where people are having a go and understand where we're coming from, and maybe, like, I don't know, maybe do some online customer surveys or something, and actually, like, just talk to us. That's the big thing. Talk to us and listen to us. That's the main thing we're saying, games industry. Okay? Oh, and on a side note, before I actually now give you the tool, Rockstar, if you're listening in particular, if you think people are going to pay 100 for 6, you, my son, are having a giraffe. Honestly. That's just not happening. Nobody's going to give you 100 for Grand Theft Auto 6, no matter how good it is. That's just crazy talk. We're all skint out here. I mean, yes, the game will probably be fantastic, and yes, it'll probably do things that'll change the industry and yada yada yada. But the fact of the matter is, if you want $100 for a game, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. And you're looking at the guy that was first in line for Grand Theft Auto 5 on launch night on PS3 and PS4. Okay? I didn't bother with that PS5 because I'd already kind of done everything I could do with it. I mean, I barely play 5 anymore. Anyway, I'm getting away from the point. So here comes the tool. Right? So guys, things you should know before I show you this tool. YouTube works in ways that you don't understand. Okay? Just because you don't know it, because you don't do it. Some of my YouTube brothers out there, some of you might not even know this. Okay? Right? Like, for instance, a lot of you out there will not know that, see how a lot of YouTube videos down in the corner here, right? There'll be like a watermark. You might not even notice the watermark, but a lot of YouTubers use the watermark feature. Alright? Most of those watermarks, if they're there, you know what they actually are? Aside from a watermark, obviously, they're also a channel link. That little fella down there, if you hover a mouse over that and click it, and I think you can do the same with your finger on a device, then boom, that takes you to the person's channel. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. And I thought maybe, that was just old information and maybe now everybody's caught up. I actually spoke to a couple of people at work about this. I tested the water. And they didn't know. They were shocked to find out that. And they were equally shocked to find out the next part, which is going to involve the tool that I'm going to show you. Okay? Because get this, right? Not only is it important for the YouTube algorithm to understand your video and who it's for and what it's for and so on and so forth, okay? How do I put this? By using the algorithm to understand the data within it, okay? So like your title, your description, your tags, even the words you say now in a YouTube video. Because you notice that YouTube videos have auto captioning. There's an AI that runs underneath all YouTube videos now and is able, mostly, to listen and put automatically generated subtitles underneath. Now, half the time it doesn't work for me because I'm Scottish and it gets confused. Because that's just the name of the game. You're Scottish, AI doesn't understand you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then look up a video. A Scottish woman asks Alexa to play a song. I think that's what it's called. And then basically there's this Glasgow woman, I think, or she's a Fifer. It's hard to tell. And she's asking the Alexa to play Something in My Pocket by Dana. I don't know the artist, I don't know the song. And Alexa just can't understand this woman and keeps trying to do different things. And the woman is getting more and more and more vexed. Because AI doesn't understand Scottish. It's that simple. An accent just completely befuddles these bots. which is maybe how we'll win the war against the robots. You know, they'll send us in, and we'll tell everybody the plans, and the humans will understand this, but the machines will know. Okay, so the title is understood by the AI, the description is understood by the AI, the words spoken is understood by the AI, the tags is understood by the AI, although admittedly tags have become less and less important over the last few years to YouTube. But did you know, alright, that not only is what I say on the video understood by the AI, what you, yes you, out there in YouTube land, when you type comments, those comments are also read by the AI and actually help to inform the spread of a video. So when you take that idea, okay, put that to the side now, that all the words, not just my words but your words too, matter to the searchability of a video and the spread of that video. And spread is the important second part of this, because what you have to understand is, right, let's say you put out a video, right, let's say you're a YouTuber, okay, like me. You put a video, now YouTube will go, okay, I'm going to put the video out to these people in this little circle, okay, oh actually this little circle here, and this little circle, okay, what it is, those are the people that come back to your videos, your regular viewers, the ones that will generally watch all your content or most of your content and generally tend to stick more or less to the end, if not the end, okay, those guys. If all of them watch it and all of them love it and all of them fully dig it, then the algorithm goes, all these people seem to like it, okay, let's stick it out to the people who subscribe and watch some of the content. And if a lot of them are happy, or even all of them are happy, then the algorithm goes, all those people seem to like it, or a lot of those people seem to like it. Let's extend the circle. Let's put it out to people who have subscribed but haven't watched for a while, because we haven't put out to them. If a lot of them enjoy it, the circle increases, and the more and more markets the YouTube algorithm will spread it out to. You know, it's like, let's put it to people who have searched the term Zen bloke, but have never actually got around to watching it, so on and so on and so on and so on, till, hey, this person likes gaming stuff, boom. This person has searched how to make a viral video, boom. You know, it's like the more stuff that the YouTube algorithm has to pick from, and the more people enjoy it, then the more it feels it can spread the video out to have somebody watch it. Because what YouTube wants is, it wants you on the platform, it wants you watching. If you watch one video and then that video means you turn off YouTube and you go off and you go do something else, YouTube goes, okay, so that video ended the play session for that person. But if your video then has somebody stay on the platform and watch another video, the YouTube go, good video, increase ad revenue this video, yes. If that video not only makes the person stay on YouTube, but then makes them watch another one of your videos, then YouTube goes, this person make good video, this person make video that other people go, oh, to watch more of this person, I will promote more of this person to more people, therefore they will watch more video and I will earn more ad revenue. I mean, this is a very simplified version, but that's basically what happens here on YouTube. There's no humans, it's all putters, it's all algorithm, it's all technically a rough version of AI. So they're computers making decisions. So what I'm going to show you up next, okay, you're going to use this tool and you're going to place it when I tell you to place it, and crucially you're going to share this video to as many people as you possibly can. And I don't just mean go on Twitter and go, hey guys, I saw this video, watch it. That's great, that's good. Do that on Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever. Mastodon, Tribal, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram messages, whatever you like. Do that as much as you want. But one of the best things to do is to maybe I don't know, go on Facebook and go to popular gaming topic forum places and put the video in. And crucially, if you could use my hashtag Sports Scottish YouTubers as well, that helps, because that's another thing that the search engines glom onto, because it's all about SEO, search engine optimization. The more bits of information the search engine has to learn from, the more it has a chance to spit it out. Okay? So, with that in mind, check this out. This, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and everything in between, this is what's important. So, what you do, you saw those words? Right. Those words are the most searchable, topic friendly, algorithm make happy words that you at this time can put into the YouTube comment section, that the YouTube algorithm will read and go, oh, I must promote this video. So you put that little lot, including whatever else you want to say, and I do want your comments, because I always want your comments, and I read all your comments. And anybody will tell you that's been here, you put a comment in that comment section, I respond to that comment, because I actually give a monkeys. Okay? You take that list, you put those words in the comment section with whatever else you feel like putting in. If even half of you who will hopefully watch this video put that in, oh my god. And the more that message goes in, the more that big block of text can be put in, the better. Now you're probably saying, but Zen, why didn't you put that in your description or put it in the tags? There's a simple reason why I didn't. If I did that, YouTube has systems that are there for what's called anti-tag stuffing. If you do tag stuffing, we deliberately put in a bunch of words that are not related to the video, okay, then YouTube goes, bad boy, and you can put serious pressure on your channel and have the video taken down, and maybe even put a strike against you. There's all kinds of things that YouTube can do to knacker your channel if it sees you breaking the rules. Now yes, there are channels that break the rules all the time, but you know what those channels are? Far bigger than me. I'm a totally wee channel. I am at currently speaking, at time of recording, on this here Monday, I'm looking at the clock right now and it's 20 to 12 in the afternoon. Well, about to be the afternoon. Okay, and I'm currently standing at 1,203 subscribers. I am tiny. When you look at some other people and on YouTube who are hundreds of thousands of subscribers, in some cases millions of subscribers. I mean, you look at some guys are in the hundreds of millions of subscribers. It's crazy. I don't think anybody's reached billion yet, but the fact of the matter is, I am a minnow. I am tiny. So, if I break any kind of rules, I'm done for. Because I don't create enough for YouTube for me to be able to get away with that kind of stuff. It's like how it is out here in the world. If you're big and powerful, you can do what you like. If you're the average Joe on the street, you can't. It's really that simple. So, going forward, obviously, one, watching this video, sharing this video, liking this video, commenting on this video, not just with your own comment, but with the block text. So if you have to rewind back through the video and hit pause and write it all down, or even if you want to make it easy for yourself and you're on a device like a phone or whatever, then screenshot that section, put it into Google image search, okay? Then you're able to highlight all the text and copy the text, and then you can come back to the video and drop it in. See, your Zenbloke's got you sorted. I'm looking after you here. I'll make sure you don't have to go tappy. You can actually do that kind of thing. There's always tech to help. You learn these things as a dyslexic. Okay, so you put in as much data as you can and your own comment. You tell as many people as possible. You spread this on forums. You spread this in Facebook groups. You spread this on Reddit groups. You put this on Twitter, on Facebook, on Blue Sky, on Tribal, on, everywhere you possibly can. You even you do what you can. Make sure this video gets out to as many people as possible. And tag other people to the video. You can even, if you want, take snippets of this video to promote it on other platforms. You could, because I allow what do you call it? The content permission is up. So if you want to take a snippet from this video and post it on your own channel as a sort of hey, look at this, and then link the actual video to it so that people want to come and see the rest of the video, and you want to do that on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and whatever, all good, all brilliant. The more people we bring in, the more we get this video viewed. The more this video gets viewed, the more the algorithm goes, oh, these people enjoy it. Around and around and around, grow and grow and grow, view and view and view, and hopefully, eventually, fingers crossed, the industry sees this video and goes, okay, this is what the audience actually wants. If we do what the audience wants, maybe we actually might sell some video games and make some more money. And if we're making money, making people happy, then they'll continue making us happy, because that continues making them money. Right, I've spoken for at least half an hour, guys. My cold is really doing my throat, and I'm going to love you and leave you with the message that I say at the end of every single episode. # support Scottish YouTubers, and of course, as always, aye, nae bother.